Hey, Lightworkers, there are some very interesting ascension symptoms that we're going through right now. Because we're going through an even more interesting energy, we are right now in an energy called the lull, L-U-L-L. This is the lull, and we haven't hung out here before, and that's why so many of us are going, what is this? Why do I feel weird? Why does this feel so, wordless? Question marky. And so I'm going to explain the incoming energies and your reaction to it in the body with a very profound image that's going to bring it all home to you, because this does transcend words. We're in a place right now where the English language can't really properly describe, so we're going to use visual imagery, and here it is. I want you to imagine you and you're standing in front of a mirror. Full image, right? Full body image in front of the mirror. And as you look at yourself, what do you think you're going to see? You think you're going to see from your head to your toes. There you go. No. Imagine that you see yourself pixelating. You blink once or twice and you think, oh, that's weird. My eyes are a little bit blurry. But you keep looking and you realize, no, my eyes are not blurry. I am pixelating right now. So imagine these pixels. And it feels like there's nothing gluing you together right now. It feels like there's nothing holding you together right now. So what it feels like is these pixels start just almost like they're weightless, as if they've got no gravity. They start floating away. And so what do we do when we feel like we're losing a part of ourselves? We start grabbing and going, no, come back. So if you got the image, there you are. You're not just pixelating, but you're kind of dissolving and you're kind of watching yourself, disconcerting, right? Float away. And that's why so many people are going, huh? In their own way, huh? What am I meant to be doing now? So we're going to cover some of the ascension symptoms that come up. But before we do, what the heck is this? And why? And what for? This is deconstruction. In one word, that's what this is. This is the deconstruction of the old matrix that existed in your body. And when the old false matrix gets deconstructed from the old false matrix body vehicle, it feels like you're pixelating. It feels almost like there is a new version of you coming in, but to allow that new version of you to come in, the old version of you must dissolve. So deconstruction and dissolving, these are not things that the ego can easily accommodate. These are not things, energies that we're used to walking through. But I want you to know that you're safe. I want you to know you're not alone. I want you to know that I'm making this video for you so that you've got a little bit of a roadmap, and so that you feel perhaps a little bit less out of sorts as you go through where you are right now. So let's delve deeper into the pixelation effect and what those ascension symptoms are. Many and varied, of course. I know I'm boring you guys. Every time I talk about ascension symptoms, I'm sorry, I got to say the same thing, because I get worried when I hear people talking about ascension symptoms and confusing them for medical problems. An ascension symptom is not a disease, it's not an illness, it's not a sickness. And if you do feel ill and you do feel sick, oh my gosh, then please do seek medical attention. Please don't write everything that you feel off to an ascension symptom and go, oh, well, I've got a migraine, that must be an ascension symptom. It honestly could be something else. So please, if you've got something that's persistent and worrying you, do go and seek medical attention. Let's come into the ascension symptoms. What happens when you feel like you're losing something? You hold on. So what are you going to be doing? First of all, at the energetic level, look for the places in your world right now where you're clinging to someone or something. And you may have the feeling like this is disappearing. You may have the feeling like they're going to go away. You may have the feeling like, what if this isn't here tomorrow? What if I lose my car or my house or my lover or my whatever it is that you feel very intrinsically intertwined into your reality and your identity? Because what is that deconstruction? It's the deconstruction of the story. And as that occurs, watch and notice where you're looking to cling onto something. Also, watch and notice where you're looking for a distraction. Addictions really come from distraction, because what is a distraction? It is saying, I'm not comfortable. There's something I've got to see or face or sit with or be inside of, and it's big and it's overwhelming and I don't feel equipped for the job. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to distract. And then we get addicted to the distraction and addicted to that momentary, illusory sense that, oh, look, I don't have to deal with that because I can instead be in this illusory place that the addiction provides. So look at what they are. They may not be obvious. It could be an addiction to sugar. It could be an addiction to a relationship, to a feeling, to a surge of energy. Some people are addicted to falling in love. Some people are addicted to defeat and to self-sabotage and to pain and fear and suffering. So check it out for you and just notice, are my distractions or my desires for distractions amplified, new, different? How is that showing up for you? Let me know in the comments below if you're noticing it in your world. And if you are, you know this. It doesn't make you wrong. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you bad. It makes you human. We're going through something. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is massive. Let's take a breath together and let's just acknowledge my body is deconstructing. At the energetic level. Oh, why? I'll come back to Ascension Symptoms. What? Why would this even happen? In order to allow you to accommodate 5D. In order to allow you to transcend the false matrix at the embodiment level. I've said this to you guys before. The veil is down. The false matrix has collapsed, but it still exists within the body. It still exists within the framework of what we would call cellular memory, or just think of it as habit even. So that's really where the false matrix exists at its strongest. That's being deconstructed right now. So talk about disconcerting. But what it's allowing you to do is to rebuild the body template, the framework of the body to accommodate more crystalline consciousness, more higher frequency consciousness, but you're not going to make sense to yourself. That's the bottom line. When you go through the energy that you're in right now, which is the lull, which is kind of like a little reprieve. It's a little bit like limbo and no man's land. And as you go through this lull, you're going to be scratching your head and going, what is this? And why don't I feel the way I normally do? Listlessness is another one of those ascension symptoms. So listlessness is an interesting one because listlessness can come from a feeling like I'm just not satisfied. Where is it for you? Could be, I've just eaten this amazing meal. Meh. Didn't satisfy me. I've just had this amazing conversation. Didn't satisfy me. I've just done this amazing thing. I've achieved something. Didn't give me what I thought it was going to give me. So look at how listlessness is playing out in your world. And why is it there? It's there because there's so much letting go as the deconstruction takes place. It's kind of like reshuffling all the parts and the pieces of you. And as that reshuffling occurs, there's a massive release and a new configuration, a new alignment that comes in. But let's talk about ascension symptoms that occur more at the physical level. Look for ears and sinus and congestion. Look for headaches, things that go on that are indicative of pressure. When there's frequency change, which we're now, gosh, this is bigger than a frequency change. This is a reality shift. And when we go through spaces like this, we can get the feeling like we've got a lot of pressure. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm very sinusy today. This is part of what some people, doesn't mean that you have to tick all of these things off your list. It's just to give you a little sense of, oh, I'm okay. If this is where I am, okay, I'm all right. I'm going through something so massive, but it's nice for you to see how this shows up for you. Look to the lymphatic system as well. So the lymphatic system is the release, the detoxing of the body. So look for any feeling of stiffness that's happening. Of course, stiffness can occur in the joints. Look for the drainage and release and how that's taking place for you. I've had two people today. One said to me, I'm so teary, I can't stop crying. And the other one said to me, I'm so numb, I don't know what's wrong with me. So do you understand that there's no hard and fast way, like everyone's going to show up exactly like this? I can give you these parameters and you can see how this applies to you. More of the physical level that you're going to feel because you're letting go of so much so fast. The brain doesn't have time to compute. Check in with your very tender little heart. Oh, yeah. Just check in with the heart. Now, at the physical level, this can be like heart palpitations or anything or even a feeling like sadness or a feeling like there's tension sitting on the chest. Why? Because we can't intellectually understand what we're letting go of because it's so rapid. This is way faster than what your intellect could cope with or even delineate or even begin to comprehend. So what is this? It's a flushing. And a lot of what you feel is going to flush through the heart. A lot of what you feel is going to leave you feeling raw and tender. And I've used that word before, but it's so apt for right now, disconcerted. So it's like you're being taken apart. Of course you're going to feel raw. Of course you're going to question everything. Of course you're going to look for meaning because you feel like you're losing meaning. So you're going to look for, now I need a purpose. Now I need something to do. Now I need a focal point in my life. I need a new something. So you start looking out there. Please avoid that. Avoid what I've spoken about already, like all the distractions and that kind of stuff. Be in the discomfort because this is not comfortable, but it's safe and it's beautiful. In fact, it's exhilarating and exciting if you really allow yourself to see. I've always said this to you guys. Ascension happens through you, to you. You don't make it happen. And we've lived in a world where nothing happens unless I make it happen kind of vibe. So to be in this very surrendered, more receptive understanding that ascension is happening to my body and I must allow it to happen, not self-sabotage. Careful. Not self-sabotage by trying to cling, not self-sabotage by trying to get into the known, not self-sabotage by looking for meaning out there. Truly, if ever there was a time to put your bum down and plant it deep and firm into the now, which is also the unknown, then this is it. I'm in the throes of completing Forever Starts Now. You may have heard me speak about it before. It's a course. The replays are going up into my online shop. So if you want support, Forever Starts Now is your course. It's a 5-week journey into the now and just into stepping into deeper resonance, deeper connection with the infinite self. Because as this deconstruction happens, what starts showing up? A higher version of you. Interestingly enough, I forgot to mention this in Ascension Symptoms earlier. You know that feeling when you can say, well, I feel kind of together. I feel together in my world. You are not going to feel together right now. Memory. Your memory can feel like it's all over the place. You can feel like you're all over the place because, again, go back to that image. It's like you are pixelating. The truth is you're being realigned. You're being reorganized. Yes, you're being taken apart, but you're also being put back together again. But you're in between right now. You're in the process. The process is not yet complete. So be loving, be kind, be patient. And oh my gosh, stillness is your greatest ally, your biggest friend. If you would use the healing power of stillness instead and in favor of the usual coping mechanisms, the addictions, the distractions, the looking for meaning out there, truly give yourself a new way of coping with uncertainty. Because the old way is not going to work. Even if you try to employ the old coping mechanisms, they are so done. They are so complete. This is time for you. Guided meditation is going to help you to get into the stillness, to get into the now, To not just I don't want you to get through this. I don't want you to go, oh God, Kerry, I'm going to get through this. I know I am. Don't even hype yourself. Don't motivate yourself. Don't pump yourself up. Just allow. Isn't that a different word? Allow. Again, that speaks more to that surrendered state. For the new energies to come in, no matter how uncomfortable, no matter how disconcerting. I'm going to leave a video up here for you to watch next. Go check out Forever Starts Now if you feel inclined, or just go and look at any guided meditation that you feel to really support you walking through the stillness and engaging with your gorgeous depths. I'm going to tell you a quick story before I go. When I met my husband, we sat together in stillness, not because it was awkward, not because we planned it, not because we intended it, just because it was so damn comfortable. I've never enjoyed silence like I did with him. I've never been more comfortable in silence like I am with him. And to this day, however many years later it is, you guys should know, I have no idea how long I've been married for. It could be 12, 13, 14-ish years. I don't know. Very hard for my brain to keep track of dates and numbers, but that's okay. The silence, it just is. It still is. It can be a very beautiful, intimate space where two people meet, where you meet you. So don't be afraid of going in there. Okay, now I'm going to pop that video up for you that I spoke about earlier, from my heart all the way into yours. I do hope you feel it. So much love. Bye-bye for now.